Many people refer to movies, media, and entertainment in general as a form of escapism. I respectfully disagree. Actually, from as long as we can remember, I don't think we can remember that. From as long as we can remember, storytelling has been the foundation to our society. Stories we grow up with shape our ideologies, morals, and beliefs. They allow us to learn from the past as well as the present. Stories influence our culture, and culture affects every single aspect of the way we live and interact with one another every day. So who am I and why do I care about any of this? My name is Omar Habbak and I am an Egyptian-American film composer. What role do I play in storytelling? As a film composer, I'm responsible for the musical score in a film. The soundtrack tells the story that words and images just can't. We invite the audience for the emotional ride. I know what you're thinking. It must be so difficult to make money in this field. Actually, I've made a little money, so you're right. However, I have learned a lot so far in my career, and I would love to share some of my experiences. The very first track that I've ever uploaded online was back in December 2010. So as of this year, 2020, it's been a decade. Since 2010, I have made hundreds of compositions, at first only for fun, and then later on I started getting commissioned to compose for films, games, and commercials. My very first short film that I scored was back in my senior year of high school, and at that moment I knew this is exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life. So while getting my bachelor's degree in biology, I pursued my music on the side through some pretty cool internships. First one was back in 2014 with my favorite composer, Hans Zimmer, who, if you do not know, how dare you? He was the composer for Lion King, Gladiator, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Dark Knight Trilogy, Inception, Man of Steel, Interstellar, and many, many more. Then in the summer of 2015, I interned with Henry Jackman. Fall of 2016, I interned at Warner Brothers Pictures Music, then finished up my education and then interned at DreamWorks TV Music in the summer of 2019. You must be thinking, wow, you made it with all these big names. Your music must have just been so good. No. In order to get my first couple internships, I would actually show up to these studios, harass the security guards, try to talk to and get as much information as possible from the workers who were kind enough to help. Slid CDs under doors, sent emails to almost everyone in the departments, and eventually, after many rejections, had some success. I know what else you're thinking. With all these big names, it must be so easy for you now to just get whatever you want. Wrong again. I'm actually continuing to get rejected more than ever. It happens over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Why am I showing you a bunch of my failures? When other people have shared their failures with me, it helps me get through mine easier. Realizing it's actually completely normal to lose. A lot. I'd lie to you if I said it doesn't have an effect on my self-esteem and dreams from time to time. It does. But what helps me get through tough times is remembering stories that I was told as a kid. That how most successful people go through an overwhelming amount of hardships and failures but choose to persevere. I guess right now I'm telling you a story about how stories help me persevere to tell stories. So if you're like me and you're failing a lot, then we must be doing something right. Unless we're delusional, of course, then never mind.